good day, everyone. Welcome here at the Meticulous Moments podcast, where we facilitate community upliftment through leadership development. And I am here with my wonderful friend Raynald, and we are going to have a lovely, lovely session. He's such an inspiration to all of us, and we thank you for the honor of having this privilege to have you here with us at this moment in time, Raynald. Welcome.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be with you today. And with everybody as well.
Thank you so much. Now, we know that you're into acting, you're a producer, you're a stuntman as well. Please introduce yourself to the audience. What would you like the audience to know?
Well, first of all, I started doing martial art when I was very young. And I keep doing this all my life. But I was not in the acting business all my life. I used to be a union electrician working in the construction. But after work, I kept going to the gym, and I kept going to the martial art dojo, and I always kept my martial art going on with different style. And I'm from province of Quebec, Canada. I grew up in a small village. The name is Lalverne. In Quebec, and I was in a union as an electrician, so they had a lot of call for union electrician in the United States. So I ended up in New Orleans.
Oh.
And when I got there, New Orleans, I was working on when they start building the nuclear power plant. But I kept doing martial art. I was already a brown belt first year in Shotokan with Master Oshima. And when I ended up in New Orleans, the Shotokan was too far away from my house. So I started doing Tangsudo, like Chuck Norris style.
Yes. For
a year. And after that, I came visiting my sister in California. And I fell in love with the weather. My God, man, compared to New Orleans, they have so much humidity and hot, like in the South, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I decided to stay here and working here in the construction building, I rise and Hilton Hotel, and kept doing martial art with other styles and the Hawaiian Kempo with Grandmaster Bill Ryuzaki. And after that, I start training with Benny the Jet Urquidez. He's an undefeated kickboxing champion in the world. And he was a big stage fight choreographer in Hollywood. So he asked me one time, Ray said, "You want to take," I was like 42 years old. He said, "Ray said, you want to take some stunt training?"
Yeah.
And I told him, do you think I'm too old for this? Because I was in the top shape, but I didn't realize it, because when you do it every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He told me, he said, "You're never too old to do what you want to do in life." From a legend. I said, wow. I said, okay. So the week after, I went to train, the stage fight choreography. It was not easy. It was very difficult, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was as good as the 25 years old and the younger guys. And now we call him Grandmaster Benny the Jet. He didn't like this in the beginning, but we call him Grandmaster. He's so much of a humble guy, but he's so much of a cool guy.
Yeah.
So he told me, he said, "Ray, you know what I mean, man. It's never too old to do what you want to do, bro." He said, "You're in the top shape." So after that, I took some acting classes, and that helped me to get in the movie business. But I was a stuntman for a long time before I started to be an actor.
Wow. And
I was always the bad guy, and I was getting beat up all the time. But not for real. But I mean, some fight choreography.
Yeah.
And I got tired of falling on my back all the time. So I said, I have to do something better than that. So I took some acting classes. Oh. So with my acting classes, I got a better role. And so this is the way the whole thing started. Oh, and wow. I did at least 28 movies. I did a movie. I did my own movie, executive producer and the lead actor, The Boss Man. It's on Tubi right now. Oh. And it was my dream movie, but something happened very badly with the director, and I kind of lost it. But it's on Tubi right now. So anyway, but I did other things with Danny Gab. It's on YouTube right now. I'm a big drug kingpin, dealing with the Mexican mafia and Colombian mafia. And I have a lot of fun doing this role.
Yeah.
So the guy, the guy is a secret agent like James Bond, and he tried to get to me.
Yeah.
And I always get out of it.
Oh.
So it's we're gonna do like 9 series. So we did already 5 series, and it's the secret agent Mike Jones 019.
Oh.
And it's a lot of action. I'm doing martial art.
Yeah.
I do my own martial art, and I double the main guy. So they don't see my face; they only see my foot and my arms.
Oh.
So I'm having a lot of fun doing that.
Wow.
And I'm gonna be working with other guys. Next Thursday, we're gonna do a rehearsal. It's a big project. It's like a Miami Vice. You remember the old Miami Vice series?
Yeah.
It's kind of something like that. So we're gonna do a rehearsal. I'm gonna fight 3 guys and 1 woman.
Oh.
And they're gonna introduce me in the project like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like a tough guy, and martial art expert.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, that's a role that you're playing, but I mean, in real life, you are literally a tough guy and a martial artist. I mean, you train. I was talking to you earlier today. You were in the gym and you said something very, very interesting in our virtual coffee. You talked to me about the fact that there's the right way to train, and then there's the wrong way. There's do's and there's don'ts. Tell us a little bit more about that, because you are in great shape. You're very active. You're doing all this fight choreography. Look at that, guys. That looks great, Raynald. Yay! You're in great shape. So we're
74,
you.
74 years old.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great job. Great job. Well toned. You're strong, you're fit, you're healthy. Give us some insight into how to train the right way.
I used to, in the beginning, I didn't know too much what I was doing, and I started training in the gym, and I was lifting too much weight. I want to get huge, but I got very big. I was as built as Stallone. But after that, I got bigger than too big, and I had a hard time to walk. I was too tight. It didn't look very, very nice.
Yeah.
So I cut down on the heavy weights, and I started doing more light weights. So I got a better cut, and I take my time to work out my movement. I used to go fast, and put the weight down and fast, but it's not a good way to do it.
Oh.
I see some young guys doing it today, and sometimes they get hurt with that.
Yeah.
So it's better to take your time and use less weights.
Okay.
And
so slower movement,
right.
Less weights.
Right. You have to concentrate, like Schwarzenegger said, you have to concentrate on the muscle you work out.
Oh, yes.
Like meditation, you have to be very serious of what you're doing.
Yes.
You just go down there and just make movement. You don't know. You don't think of what you're doing. You have to think it's like martial art as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. I remember I think it was just before COVID. I went to the gym every day for 2 hours, and then I would train martial arts for 2 hours. And then I started feeling that I was building muscle, but I started to feel heavy, and it slowed me down. So instead of gymming for 2 hours and then doing martial arts, I rather started doing cross training, because my muscles went smaller, but I toned and I was faster. Because when we want to do the jiu-jitsu, or when I want to do the boxing, I want to be fast. I want to move. I don't want to be there when the punch is coming in. And that was actually something that was helping me. So I understand. I felt that before. It's great to gym and build those muscles, but I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm a martial artist. So I had to go sit and say, it's better for me rather to tone it down a little bit and to do the cross training so that for my purposes, for my style, Shoran Ru, Shoran Kan, which is very close to your style, Shotokan, I want to be fast. And I want to be able to make those quick movements when I do my kata and my kumite and everything. So that's wonderful advice. I've not tried the slow movement piece that you've spoken about, focusing on that muscle. I've not done that, but I'm definitely going to start doing that. So how many years have you been gymming now?
You know, first of all, in the beginning, when I was younger, I used to be a hockey player.
Oh.
Back in Canada, Quebec. That's what we do. We do ski or hockey. So, and after that, I started doing ski. I used to race downhill ski.
That's lovely.
This was crazy. And after that, I started doing. Since this, I started doing skydiving.
Oh, I love skydiving.
So we end up doing some race. You skydive.
Yeah.
You go to your ski and you get to your ski and you get downhill.
Oh,
and
wow.
I went 3 times. Yeah. It's like to be like a James Bond, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so cool.
It sounds cool.
So you jump.
Yeah.
You do the free fall as well.
Uh-huh.
You do the free fall, and after that you open your parachute and you go to your ski because they put a X in the snow like a big lick, like red or black or yellow.
Yeah.
So you need to know where your ski is, and you throw your parachute away. You jump on your ski and downhill. Wow, this was fun.
That's an adrenaline rush.
Of course.
Yeah.
And after that, I got in a martial art, and stuff like this. And I started doing bodybuilding in 1980 when I came to LA. Yeah. And I saw the movie Rocky Balboa. Stallone.
Oh, yes.
When I saw him, I said, "Wow, man, I want to look like this guy." So I started doing bodybuilding, in the early 80s.
Wow.
I was living in Raynald.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And
my goodness.
And I've been doing bodybuilding all these times, and martial art as well.
Yeah. That's a wonderful combination. And the styles that you mentioned, it's good to have that experience in different styles. Like you did Shotokan, you were in the Tang Soo Do, I believe you did Kempo as well. It's good because it shows you all the different styles that's there. I mean, I do Shorin Ru, Shorin Kan, and we do Mushin Kan, which is empty mind karate. But I went to New York, I think it was in January, and I trained in Sifu Raphael's Kung Fu dojo. And that style is completely different from our style because we're like, it's short and it's fast, and Kung Fu is flowy, and it exercises different muscles, and they don't call it a kata, they call it a form. And it was so amazing to train another style. It was like starting from scratch, because you're not used to any of it.
You know what I did as well? I forgot. I did some Tai Chi, and the teacher was the guy who doubled. Remember the movie Kung Fu?
Yeah.
The movie. The teacher was the double from the Kung Fu movie.
Oh, wow.
So I did Tai Chi for a while because I hurt one on my shoulder, and I didn't want to do karate for a while. So I started doing Tai Chi. It was more relaxed,
Yeah.
And I built up my muscle back doing Tai Chi.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it. It was nice. And it can be very powerful as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be very powerful. There's so many benefits to all the styles of martial arts. And, it's good to see the differences, and it's good to challenge yourself to do something new. I like to do that. So I always, I try to learn Qigong, which is also a style. I do that online, and I'm going to go back to the Kung Fu. And I'm busy with, with learning more jiu-jitsu because there's different styles of jiu-jitsu. And it's a journey, Raynald,
Right.
and I can see the positive changes it brings. So tell us about the positive changes that martial arts has bring into your life. What were the things that stood out?
You know, it helped me a lot because I was very shy, and
Oh,
it kind of helped me to be more, you know, more natural, more open.
yeah,
You know, when you're doing you form your katas in the front of everybody, and all that. Man, I
yeah,
was, you know, it was so difficult for me at the beginning because I was so shy. I grew up so shy, my God.
yeah.
And after that, that helped me a lot to be
Wow.
more relaxed and more open.
Yeah, that's the truth. I testify, I agree with you. We have showtime at the dojo, right? So that is when you start, they give you like a
Uh,
month to get into your kata and your things. And I'll never forget, I went for my first training that month. I trained and I learned Pinan Shotan. That's our kata, the first one you learn. And then one day after training, the Kiyoshi called us all and he said, now it's showtime. And I didn't know about this showtime. And he said, okay, now present your kata. But Raynald, I was so shy. As I was doing the moves, I felt my legs were doing this because you're shy. You
Me
know,
as well. Yeah,
all the eyes are on you. I felt so silly. But you get used to it. And then a few months down the line, you're good. You know, if they say showtime, then you're there. So it does help.
right. And plus, it gave me a very good confidence in myself.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, when I walk right now, you know, I feel I send energy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
one time I walk in the bar in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and one side it was a restaurant, and the other side was all bikers. So I
Yeah.
decided to go to the biker side for fun.
Yeah.
And I was a nice sport coat, jeans and cowboy boots, and I walked in there very normal. And the big guy stood up in the front of me. He was like 6'5". I forgot his name. He was a cage fighter.
Oh,
So I kind of back up a bit. I said, I thought you're going to do something to me. He said, no. He said, I want to talk to you. He said, when you walk in there, he said, your energy was so strong. He said, all the bikers stopped talking. And he said, I feel it myself. And I said, no kidding. He said, yeah. I said, oh my God. He said, can you want to have a beer? I said, sure. I had a beer with him.
yeah.
He's an actor. You work with Stallone and you work with all the big actors, and he's a cage fighter.
Yeah.
He's a big guy and very well, he looked great. And when he told me that night, I said, "Oh my God, I didn't realize, I sent so strong energy." And for a big tough guy to tell me that, I said, "Oh my God, it was a kind of an honor, you
Yes.
know."
Yeah. That's an
So
impeccable
one
compliment.
martial art, I have to do
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Martial art made me feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't send energy like I want to kick somebody's ass, but I send a very positive, very
Yeah.
mellow energy. You know what I mean?
That's it. That peace and calm, but also that courage and that confidence. You know who you are in yourself. You know what your purpose is here on earth, and you go around and you spread that positive energy, and people pick up on that. That is a wonderful, wonderful compliment to receive from someone that just met
Oh,
you that could sense it. Wow.
and for a stranger, I didn't know. And plus, he's a celebrity, and a
Yeah.
great fighter. To have a compliment from him like this, wow, it was amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Me-
And he's in the films as well. He really wanted to bring that message to you.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So it was very nice of him.
Very, very nice. Now, talking about films, you have been in the film industry. You've produced, you're still busy with projects. We just heard about these wonderful projects that you have going. What was your favorite film up to now? Working on the set, the role that you fulfilled. Which one was your favorite?
Well, I like action movies, so because I want to put my martial art in the movie.
Yes.
So I do some very beautiful kicks and jumping kicks still at my age. I'm so happy. You know what I mean? Thank God. My goodness. And you know, I stretch a lot. I keep stretching all the time, so that helped as well for the joint and everything. So I don't have no problem with my knees and my hips at my age.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm so a lot of martial art guys that, you know, have to have the hips replacement, and like Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme and a lot of good guys. You know, I mean, very, you know, a lot of legend.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm very lucky. You know, I didn't have to do that. So
Yes.
stretching
Yeah.
help, you know, stretching help.
Yeah, that's the truth. I saw a video the other day. I think it was the Gracie family. They had exercises that you do on the floor, but that stretches your hip flexors. You know, for the jiu-jitsu and I'm sure that's also good for the kicking. Stretching is very, very important because, you know, if we don't stretch well and we don't warm up well, we can hurt the muscle, and sometimes that takes weeks and months to repair.
Of course, my God,
Yeah.
I hurt myself one time with my shoulder. It took me like at least 6 months before I
Oh my
feel
God.
good. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it takes a lot of time to
Yeah.
repair.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I read an article once on the internet about the masters in Okinawa those years. They used to stretch 2 to 3 hours before they even started training. That's what they did. They took their day,
Oh,
stretched for 2 to 3 hours, because I studied the history. They stretched those hours, and only then did they start training. That's dedication.
oh my God, yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So I want to ask you, Raynald, you know, you're so busy with the projects, you're so positive, you enjoy what you do, you look after yourself. What upcoming plans do you have? Are there any dreams that you still have that you want to fulfill? What does the future look like in your 5-year plan, for instance?
Well, I want to continue to work movies, and I want to make my own movies again. To be executive producer, the lead actor as well.
Yeah,
So I want to get together with a good writer,
yeah,
and, you know, make I want another good movies.
yeah, absolutely. And you know, you are going to do that. Because once you put your mind to something, I know you do it, and you're someone that follows through, and you've always been consistent over the years, and that's gonna really help you in the next few years. And we believe in what you do, and we appreciate you. And I want to ask you, you know, I always ask the guests, I ask them 2 things, because I believe that when I work a lot with energy as well. I believe we have to be in alignment with ourselves, in alignment with the universe. We have to fuel that energy every day, have that positivity that you have. And I focus a lot on gratitude. I often go to nature and I focus on gratitude, and I thank the universe and I thank God for blessing me and for giving me the abilities to do all the things that I can do. And I want to ask you, what are you grateful for? What stands out when you think back over your life and how far you've come and your beautiful future? What does gratitude, what are you grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful. You know, the way I grew up. You know, we grew up on the farms. So we grew up working very young,
Yeah,
early age.
yeah,
So that built you a character very young. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that helped me a lot in life. You know, when I came here in California, you know, and I see all these kids on the beach all day long. I said, my God, man, I didn't grow up that way, man. I grew up, you know, very hard, but it was a good experience. It make you stronger in life.
Very good. Yeah, we are grateful for those character building times. I actually also grew up on a farm. I grew up on a game farm, and it's completely different than growing up in the city. It really does change things within us. It puts those morals and values, and the hard work is there, absolutely. And I actually moved to a farm a few months ago because I wanted my children to experience the same childhood. And I want to ask you one more question. And that is, what words of wisdom? I mean, you've done so many things. You've been there. You've done that. You've seen things transpire, you've met amazing people. What words of wisdom do you want to leave the audience with?
Well, wisdom, I want to make good movies, and I want to see the people see my movies. And when I die, and I say, oh, this guy, he was not bad. He was a good actor, a good martial artist.
Yeah.
So I want to leave good memory for myself.
Absolutely.
To the world.
Yeah. Yeah, your life story does speak to us absolutely on so many levels. And I want to thank you for the honor and for the time that you've spent here with us. Thank you for being open to this interview and for being such a wonderful person. You're always so friendly and kind. I enjoy talking with you. You always teach me new things. We're going to definitely apply what you've taught us in this session. And we pray to God that everything is just always smooth roads ahead for you, and we know that you're going to continue being successful and continue impacting the world. Thank you so much, Raynald.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was a pleasure to talking with you.
Thank you.
I say goodbye to everyone.
Awesome.
And keep punching.
Yeah, keep punching, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You're so welcome. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Us.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Hi, my name is Jose Escobar, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. We're the #1 fastest growing community and tribe of some of the highest level entrepreneurs all around the country and around the world. We're in 36 states across the U.S., in 11 international countries, and over 240 plus members, growing every single day. And I'm honored, excited, and I'm glad to say that I'm proud to be the official sponsor of the Meticulous Moments podcast with Juanita Kapp. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm excited for this journey.
Thought-Provoking Change and Jonathan Ellis, the champion maker, are proud sponsors of Meticulous Moments and Juanita Kapp. Head on over now to thoughtprovokingchange.com/opportunity and join us today, where alongside myself, Jonathan Ellis, the champion maker, and our team of highly qualified, incredible individuals will help you pull out the champion within yourself. We're here to bring out the champion that we know lives inside of you, that you may be challenged to manifest and to bring into your forefront. Join us today and align with us to help yourself level up and see what you can bring to the community at large. We're always looking for highly qualified individuals. This is an application-only process. So head on over today, put in your information, and let's communicate. And let's see if you are a fit for us and we are a fit for you. We look forward to welcoming you inside the community now.
Hey everybody, my name is Patrick Rude. I'm the owner of Rude Financial Services, a proud sponsor of the Meticulous Moments podcast, hosted and directed by the beautiful, strong, and intelligent Juanita Kapp. I cannot tell you enough about what this woman has done with this podcast and the effect that she has had on me and all of the other sponsors and people that listen. Don't miss it.